From is Labor strategist Bruce Hawker. Bruce, thank you for your time. Look, where does this leave Labor now? And I guess what will be Kevin Rudd's first priority?
Well, I think his main priority is to unite the party. He has to be somebody who takes the party to a historic victory, and I think he's up for the fight, Matt. That's his challenge, and I think there's a real sense in the party now that we're in there with a real fighting chance that he presents a real choice, an alternative to Tony Abbott that the Australian public's been seeking for some time.
Bruce, that's a wonderfully tough concept, really, is it not, trying to unite the party, as you've mentioned there, because after the last leadership tilt, we saw minister after minister lining up to slander him, and these are the people that we would expect would know him best. How does he then unite this party?
Well, he's got a new team that he's going to bring together, and he'll be presenting them to the Australian electorate, and he'll be taking them to the election. He is a very, very good communicator. He really knows how to talk to Australians. That's one of his great skills. Australians like him. They like his very direct way of talking, and he can demolish an argument. You know, he can go out there and tell the Australian people that the economy is in much better shape than Tony Abbott and Joe Hockey would have you believe.
We saw his approval rating, Bruce, sliding before the last challenge to his leadership. Why should Australia believe that Kevin Rudd will do a better job this time around?
Well, the day that he was removed as Prime Minister, Labor was on 52% two-party preferred. We would have won the election with a majority probably of 16 or 17 seats. So I'd have to challenge that argument, Matt, that he was on a slide. The Australian public actually have always had a very strong affection for Kevin Rudd. He took us through the global financial crisis, and I think he's been somebody who's been seen to be standing above his party to a large extent, and I think you really need that in a leader. You need somebody who can actually be, a real force for everybody, who unites not just his party, but the country behind him. I think he can do that.
Bruce, just very quickly before you go, there will be inevitable baggage that comes for Kevin Rudd with tearing down the nation's first female Prime Minister. How do you believe that will be received by the electorate?
I think they will see that he's been restored to the Prime Ministership rather than being seen to have torn somebody down. I think that's the way they'll see it. I think the danger for Tony Abbott in all this, by the way, Matt, is that he will be seen to be somebody who is associated with all that negativity that we're seeing in the ads that Hugh was referring to. Australians don't want that. They want to get beyond all that negative stuff. They want the level of politics to be conducted here at a higher level, and he can do that. Kevin Rudd can do that. I don't think Tony Abbott can, though.
Bruce Hawker, we're very grateful for your time.
Pleasure, Matt.
Well, we're just going to